Podcast Network Asia. FirstMetroSec is providing this podcast as a general market commentary. Reference to any specific security, product, or entity do not constitute as an offer or a solicitation of an offer to buy or sell any financial instruments or to participate in any particular trading strategy. The statements, comments, views, or opinions expressed by the hosts are subject to change without notice, and FirstMetroSec is under no obligation to update, amend, change, or correct any of the statements, comments, views, or opinions expressed. The statements, comments, views, and opinions expressed by the guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the view of FirstMetroSec. FirstMetroSec disclaims any liability arising from reliance on or reference to any information obtained in this podcast.
You are listening to First Metro Securities Philippine Stock Market Weekly podcast, where we feature timely and relevant discussions on the Philippine stock market and the economy in the hope of providing you investing and trading guidance. Here's your host.
How's it going, investors? Hi, I'm Anjz, an equity research associate from First Metro Securities, where I cover the consumer sector. In this episode of Market Bites, let me share with you our latest company update on Puregold Price Club Inc., or PGOLD, titled Key Drivers Revving Up. We are upgrading PGOLD to a buy call, with target price raised to 36 pesos as we shift our valuation base to next year. We raised our earnings forecasts by 0.2% for FY24F and 2.7% for FY25F to reflect positive developments on the stock. These are: first, easing inflation. We believe PGOLD is best positioned to benefit from the current disinflation trend. Inflation, coming off towards the lower end of the BSP's target range, should provide relief to Puregold's target market, i.e., low to mid-income households. Second, margin uplift drivers. On one hand, we see vendor support to provide tailwinds to Puregold-only stores. On the other, the strengthening of the peso is especially positive for the SNR segment, given its 70% imported product mix. Third, manageable OPEX growth, due to disinflation trend and a favorable base from last year. We have turned more optimistic on the counter. As of September 25, 2024 closing price, valuations are attractive at 8.1 times PE on FY25F earnings, below -1 standard deviation of historical mean. Our DCF-based TP implies 9.5 times FY25F earnings, which is a slight re-rating to above -1 standard deviation of mean. Furthermore, we like PGOLD for its robust financials and its ability to generate ample free cash flows. Higher dividend payout is a plus. Again, that's a buy call for PGOLD at 36 pesos target price. And that's it for this episode of Market Bites. Hope this has been helpful.
Thanks for listening to First Metro Securities Philippine Stock Market Weekly podcast. Don't forget to follow us to get first dibs on our new episodes. For more up-to-date market news and info, exclusive content, and the opportunity to connect with your fellow Filipino investors and traders, join facebook.com/groups/FirstMetroSec and be part of the First MetroSec family.
The views and opinions expressed by the podcast creators, hosts, and guests do not necessarily reflect the official policy and position of Podcast Network Asia, the hosts of the program, or other programs of the network. Any content provided by the people on the podcast are of their own opinion and are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, individual, or anyone or anything.